This video, AI in Consulting, aims to look at how, as consultants, we can deploy AI in our consulting business. We'll be looking at tools and application and examples of how consultants use AI as a tool. What is AI? What is artificial intelligence? In summary, it is an attempt to recreate what a person would do. It is an attempt to create what a person would do, and so that's why it's called artificial intelligence. It simulates the intelligence of a person to do things. So when we talk about AI in consulting, we're talking about what we can use machines, what we can use artificial intelligence to do in consulting as a business. Consulting is about problem solving, and so the question now is, what is AI in consulting? It simply means how we can deploy AI, how we can deploy artificial intelligence as a tool in consulting, as a tool to solve consulting problems. So once we identify all the activities and business activities of consulting, it's a question of how can we deploy artificial learning to solve those problems. That is what we mean by AI in consulting. So we have different core components of AI. We have machine learning. I'm going to give different examples now. Deep learning, we have natural language processing, computer visioning, and robotics. Now, for machine learning, which is one of the most popular in consulting, we can use it for medical diagnostics. When we do x-rays, when you see x-rays, those are artificial intelligence. When you see predictive analysis, when you can predict the likely occurrence or reoccurrence of something, that is called predictive analysis. That is artificial intelligence. So when you're able to predict that a disease will occur, or when we get predictions such as when someone is given 6 months to live, that is predictive analysis. In finance, your ability to be able to detect fraud or to score credit, most especially when you have an application and the machine or the system is able to attach a particular score to an applicant, that is machine learning, and that's another form of AI. Several examples as we have here. When we get recommendations for films, perhaps you've watched a particular film and then you come back to Netflix and you start getting recommendations of similar films. That is what is called machine learning in the films, in sales. If you are doing a search for, say, for instance, you want to buy a bed, you want to buy a chair, or want to buy some furniture on Google, within a short while, you start getting messages from advertisers who are trying to sell this particular product. That's again a recommendation system that we have based on preferences or based on choices. So what I'd like us to do is start thinking about how some of these applications can be used for our consulting business. So for instance, you are trying to advertise your services and somebody is looking for a particular solution. Your company should jump at them, should be one of those listed on Google. That's recommendation system, and that's how machine learning or AI learning works. In transportation, there are several examples. Uber, Bolt, they use the ride sharing service that we have on these applications are machine learning. Predicting and changing traffic light patterns. These are examples of machine learning. NLP, chatbots, virtual assistants. When you go into a website and the chatbot opens and is able to chat with you, again, that is a form of AI, artificial intelligence. When languages are translated to different languages, again, that is artificial intelligence, and so on and so forth. We have examples in retail, we have examples in manufacturing, quality control, supply chain, we have examples in entertainment, content personalization, where you have a YouTube, Spotify, almost like a recommendation system. These are all artificial intelligence. And in education, especially in education, for those of us interested in education, there are several systems that can develop learning solutions to suit particular individuals. And then there are other systems that we call them the early warning systems, that can make a prediction on likely outcomes of a particular students or a group of students. So that can be used to minimize the risk of falling behind. So there are different examples of how we can use machine learning in consulting. Specifically in consulting, you can use it to segment your customer. Having understood your customer, you can group them into different customer bases based on how they behave, based on how they buy, based on their location. Then you can make predictive analysis based on the information you gather from there. Also financial analysis and forecasting, operational efficiency, human resources and talent management. I think that's one area that there's been a lot of advancement in the use of AI in consulting, in marketing and sales. So for this video, we're going to focus a lot more on how we can use AI, or how we can use machine learning as a or artificial intelligence to put together a marketing strategy, to increase our sales. At the end of the day, that's the most important focus I'd like us to really be focused on. One of the most powerful tools that we have out there is the ChatGPT. Again, a very, very powerful deep learning tool. It has various uses. It's about input and query and how we query that. I'm going to see an example of how we can use ChatGPT. It has its own limitations. At the end of the day, remember, artificial intelligence is trying to copy what the human brain would do. Because it's not the human brain is limited. So it is not taking over or replacing the human capacity. It is actually complementing the human capacity. And then the other thing again is you got to be careful how you use it, because apparently GPT is a summation of what's out there already in the knowledge space. And some have actually laid claim that ChatGPT is infringing on their intellectual property. So be careful how you apply it. I'll say use it a lot more when it comes to your research and things like that. So ChatGPT is very good for content creation, extremely good for content creation. It's good for marketing and sales, customer service, and even for putting together documentation. In your research analysis, carrying out research, you can use it to carry out research, to carry out queries, for writing your scripts and storytelling, and for web content optimization, product description. The list is endless of how you can use ChatGPT. So in the next video, we're going to be looking at practical examples of how we can use ChatGPT as a consultant. Thank you.